1848 is one of Brownsville's largest barbecue restaurants, located here off of historic Palm Boulevard. It originated back in 2016 by the former mayor of Brownsville, Tony Martinez. And it started off as a small spot where it was really for to-go. And people really just fell in love with it. It was featured in Texas Monthly. And from there, it just grew and grew and grew into its current location. And it was at a crossroads in 2020. And that's where we came in, my brother Fabian and myself, who had just started Las Ramblas in downtown Brownsville. We were approached by Tony to discuss a potential partnership. And our vision with that partnership was to scale 1848 into Brownsville's first ever beer garden. And that's actually what we did. We're standing in it here right now. And it's really just a place for community, for gatherings. So we actually brought in our former bar manager, Aldo, from Las Ramblas, and he heads up the beer program here. It's a very, very large beer program. Aldo is very purposeful about it. I would argue that it's one of the biggest beer programs in all of South Texas. We work closely with a company called Untapped, and it actually will list every single beer that we have on the menu, what's about to be tapped in our keg system, what's coming in. We actually work closely with some breweries out of Austin, Texas, that we are able to bring down their beer, and no one else carries that particular beer, but you can find it here at 1848. So for those real big beer lovers, I think this is a really great place. One, for them to socialize with other big craft beer lovers, but two, you're always able to try something different. One, it's really the craftsmanship that's involved with barbecue, as you can imagine. It's not as quick as making eggs and bacon. It's a very long process. There's so many different variables when you're dealing with fire, but we are Central Texas style barbecue. We do use about post oak and mesquite, and then we'll sprinkle on some pecan chips or something to give it additional flavor. But we're really known for our brisket. Our lean and moist brisket is really our #1 seller. But we do have an array of Central Texas style barbecue, from ribs to sausage. And then we have an abundance of sides that you can pick from too. I think our mac and cheese is one of our biggest sellers. Obviously, potato salad is a #1 fan favorite, but we're really known for our coleslaw. In addition to that, we have something that we feel is a little bit unique to our restaurant, which is our corn pudding. Something that we were featured in Texas Monthly about. It sounds like one thing, but when you look at it, it's kind of different, but it really looks like cornbread. It's got a real sweetness to it, kind of a mushiness inside. And again, it's kind of like a cupcake. You want consistency with barbecue, and that's really the biggest challenge. You don't want to be good just one day. You want to be really good every day, and that's really what happens in the back of the house here at the restaurant.